G'day, it's Adam. We're in our dirty, grotty clothes today because we're down on the ground and I'm going to be fitting some jacking pads to underneath my S650 Mustang. I went with the SVE jack pads from LMR. Now, LMR is one of those American vendors that doesn't ship outside the US. To get a set of these, you'd either need to send them to a mate who lives in the States who can then forward them on to you, use a freight forwarding service, or do what I did and take advantage of a trip to the US and you get all this stuff delivered to wherever you're staying and then you just bring it back with you. I was looking at jacking rails and you can get them in Australia, but I didn't like the idea of having to cut out some of the underbody splash guard, which the S650s have. To do that properly, you'd need to raise the car and get under and see what you're doing. So the jack pads are much easier to install at home. This SVE kit comes with 2 front pads, 2 rear pads, and 2 bolts for the rear. What you'll need are 15mm and 18mm sockets, some blue thread locker, and some torque wrenches so you can torque up the bolts correctly. So I'm going to start doing the rear one because that's the easiest. Goggles on. What you need to do is locate a group of 3 holes back here. It's probably about 30 centimeters from the mud flap. You'll see a group of 3 holes, elongated hole in the middle, and we fit the jack pad to this hole at the front here. Using the supplied bolt, let's put a bit of thread locker on that. You want the word jack visible from the outside of the vehicle. Just tighten this up by hand. Now it says to torque it up to 38 to 40 foot-pounds. Let me grab the torque wrench. Set this for, of course, this is in Newton meters. So, I'll be back. I've got to do a conversion first. Did you know we went metric in 1974? That's like 50 years ago now. I mean, America, come on, you've got to catch up. Anyway, I've done the conversions here. So for the rear jack pads, we need to torque the bolt up to 38 to 40 foot-pounds. So 39 foot-pounds is 53 Newton meters. So we'll just set the torque wrench for that. And under we go. Probably don't need this extension. Make it a bit easier without that. No, so you don't need an extension. That's it. All right. All right, let's go to the front now. So we need to locate the 2 K-member retaining bolts. LMR suggests using the front one with our 18mm socket. We'll remove this. Jesus. That sucker is done up tight. As you can see, you know, this is quite durable. At home, you don't need to jack the car up, put on ramps or anything. Got it. So we need to apply some blue thread locker to the bolt. Run it through the front jack pad. Again, we want to make sure that the word jack faces outwards. This is where the extension is handy. We'll just run this bolt up by hand. Maybe not by hand. So we got the word jack facing out and SVE faces inwards. Okay, time for the torque wrench. Now the front bolts need to be torqued to 85 foot-pounds, which is 115 Newton meters. Oh, I actually have foot-pounds on this bigger one. It's 85, it's about there. It's kind of handy when your torque wrench has got both. 85, all right, we're good to go. There it is. Righto. 85 foot-pounds. Across to the other side now. This is just a standard double lock-up garage. You know, there's not a lot of room here by the side of the vehicle, but it just goes to show you don't need a huge garage to install these. So, front driver's side. All right, so here's that front K-member bolt. I could do with a longer bar here. Yeah, a longer bar would definitely make this a lot easier. All right, now get some thread locker onto this. Make sure the word jack is facing outwards. And we will screw this back in. Let's turn this around a bit so the word jack is facing out. That's good. SVE faces inwards. The packaging for these is a little bit ordinary because they're loosely packed in a cardboard box, and when I got these, they'd just come out of the box and they were just floating around inside the satchel. They managed to scratch each other and get dings and stuff in it, so you know, presentation wise that's not real flash. Just check that we've got the word jack coming straight out, which we do, and we'll just torque this up. There it is. All right, 85. All right, let's do the rear driver's side. All right, rear driver's side. So we're looking for the grouping of 3 holes, and we want to put the jack pad in this forward hole here. So a bit of blue thread locker on the bolt. It's pretty easy install this. I mean, you know, you don't need any jacks or ramps or anything. Righto. Make sure the word jack is facing out, so loosen it off. Righto, so jack is straight out. Now the torque wrench. So these rear ones need 53 Newton meters of torque, or about 39 foot-pounds. Okay. That's it right there. There you go. Pretty easy, huh? All right. No worries. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.